Today, we're mixing it up with food and fixtures doing double duty. Check out how Arm & Hammer became a multi-use utility. Discover what gives these gummy bears a split personality and get the scoop on edible soup bowls. Then learn what happens when knife meets fork and see how one artist is looking at fruits and veggies with fun instead of food in mind. Plus, get in close for a peek at how a toothpick is transformed into a mini treasure. Don't worry if things aren't exactly as they seem, they're better. All these two-timing treats and more coming up next on Unwrapped. Next, see how Panera is preparing bowls for soup and snacking. And check out the science behind a cut-up called the Knork. Stick around.
On the next Iron Chef.
It's go time.
That one just seems to fit right with the bread bowl. I don't know.
But don't forget, at the end of the meal, this bowl is still a loaf of bread.
You can use it to later on break apart and dip it into your soup and eat it.
Now to match the bowl, we have found another double-duty tool combining the knife with the fork, called appropriately the Knork. Check out how this cut-up was conceived. At first glance, it looks a lot like a regular fork, but watch it cut through everything from carrots to bananas and even prime rib. And you'll realize this is no ordinary fork. This is the Knork.
We're not trying to replace the knife, we're trying to basically reinvent the fork.
Mike Miller is the creator of this curious cutlery, a combination knife and fork, hence the name Knork.
With the can of the knife and the orc of the fork.
Putting it simply, the Knork is a fork that cuts like a knife. Mike got the idea while trying to carve a piece of pizza with a fork while in the 8th grade.
And that's when I kind of came up with the idea of putting a rocking edge on a fork.
Taking a fork from his mother's kitchen drawer, Mike soon mocked up his first Knork prototype.
Covered it in carb putty or Bondo, and then I kind of sanded it down trying to get a prototype or something that was basically based off a regular fork. In the meantime, I was taking pictures of all ages, from young people to older people, how they cut, both left and right-handed, to see where they put their finger.
Mike added a finger platform for stability, but the key component to the Knork is its curved, beveled edge.
There's no kind of serration or no sharpness to it.
That means, unlike a knife, you can't cut yourself with the Knork. With some startup money from his grandfather, Mike began manufacturing his unique utensil in 2002. Today, several 100,000 Knorks are selling each year.
It's one of those things where once people get the product in their hands and they use it, that's when they actually realize that, why didn't I think of this?
For many people, it does take a little instruction at first.
I need to go to Knork school.
Instead of sawing back and forth like you would with a knife, the Knork simply rocks up and down, slicing through almost anything. And these clever cutlery are selling for about $6.50 a piece, meaning Mike could fork in a fortune, reinventing one of mankind's oldest tools.